Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. Celebrations continue in the Wilaya of Sahar, rejoicing the royal presence of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. Along with the rest of the world countries, the Sultanate marks the World Tourism Day. An Arab-led coalition forces pound an airbase in the Yemeni capital. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. On the occasion of the royal presence of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos in the Wilaya of Sohar, a horse and camel festival was held in Falaj al-Qabail area. The event was organized by the Equestrian Committee in the Wilaya of Sahar in cooperation with the Oman Equestrian Federation. The festival was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed bin Saeed Al-Kalbani, Minister of Social Development. More than 100 horse and camel owners took part in the festival. Equestrian skill shows were displayed by some horse riders. The event also included some traditional arts such as Al-Razha and Al-Azzi. At the end of the festival, the chief guest distributed prizes to the winners. The Sultanate, alongside with the rest of the world countries, marked today the World Tourism Day, which falls on September 27th each year. The theme of this year's celebration is 1 billion tourists, 1 billion opportunities. The tourism movement in the Sultanate witnessed a remarkable growth as the statistical indicators pointed out that over 2 million tourists visited the Sultanate last year. The annual growth during the past 10 years, 25 to 2014, stood at 7.4%. His Excellency Ahmed bin Nasser Al-Makharzi, Minister of Tourism, said that the tourism industry has witnessed a rapid growth and played a prominent role in the development and progress of societies. He explained that the Omani tourism sector is one of the main pillars for economic and social development in the country. He pointed out that the Ministry of Tourism has set a series of plans and promotional campaigns to promote the Sultanate as one of the world's unique tourism destinations. On her turn, Her Excellency Maitha bint Saif Al-Maharqiya, Under-Secretary of the Ministry of Tourism, said that the theme of this year's celebration stresses the importance of the tourism sector in the economic and social development. She explained that the Sultan continues its plans to diversify the sources of income and supporting the tourism sector to play its vital role in development process. A vehicle that belongs to an Omani Hajj campaign was involved in traffic accident in Riyadh early this morning, resulting in the death of 3 Omanis and the injury of 1. Sultan bin Mohammed Al Hanai, deputy head of the Omani Hajj mission, said in a statement that the vehicle drifted off the road and collided with another vehicle. He added that coordination is maintained between Omani Hajj mission and the Sultan's embassy in Riyadh to complete the required formalities about this accident. The Omani Hajj mission urged bus and vehicle drivers to remain cautious and ensure that they have enough rest before driving. The military Hajj mission returned to the Sultanate this afternoon from the holy places after performing Hajj. It was received on arrival at Sib Air Base by Rear Admiral Abdullah bin Khamis Al-Raisi, Commander of the Royal Navy of Oman, and a number of senior officers of Sultan's Armed Forces, Royal Guard and Oman Security Services. All the pilgrims of the military mission were in good health. Still to come in our news bulletin. The mountainous village of Hafa in the governorate of Musandam is surrounded by natural beauty and old houses. Welcome back to the newsroom from the Sultanate of Oman television. Arab-led coalition forces pounded an airbase in the Yemeni capital yesterday, repeatedly striking the Al-Dalami airbase near the city's international airport. Clashes between Houthi forces and those loyal to the exiled administration raged in the central desert province of Marib and the southwestern city of Taiz, where residents reported the two sides duelled with heavy artillery in civilian areas. Meanwhile, the Arab-led alliance launched air attacks on suspected Houthi positions on at least 5 provinces throughout the country and on Sana'a. Yemen Vice President, the Prime Minister Khalid Baha and the GCC Secretary General Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani discussed current political, military and security development during a conversation over phone. France said today it had carried out its airstrikes against Daesh groups in Syria on the eve of a UN gathering of world leaders where the Syrian war will be at the center of the debate. The office of President François Hollande said that strikes to fight terrorist threat of the Daesh group were aimed at targets identified by more than 2 weeks of surveillance flights. The operation was done autonomously of the U.S. coalition, which has been bombarding the Daesh group, but was coordinated with regional partners. Prime Minister Manuel Valls told journalists that France was acting in self-defense and had targeted Daesh group. Until now, France has limited its airstrikes on the Daesh group to Iraqi territory, but in an announcement earlier this month, it cited self-defense as its rationale for expanding its policy to Syria. President Mahmoud Abbas on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly. Abbas is set to deliver this speech to the annual gathering of world leaders on Wednesday and take part in the Palestinian flag-raising event at the UN, and a move strongly opposed by Israel and the United States. The UN General Assembly overwhelmingly approved a Palestinian resolution on September 10th authorizing the flying of the flag at the UN headquarters. Kerry also met with President of Cyprus, Nikos Anastasias, and with the Sultan of Brunei, Hassan al-Bolkiah. A coalition led by the United States conducted 20 airstrikes against Daesh group in Iraq and 3 against the militant group in Syria, according to a statement released by the Combined Joint Task Force today. In Iraq, the coalition conducted 5 strikes near the town of Heat, and other airstrikes were spread across the country. In Syria, the strikes hit destroyed targets near Al-Hasaka, Abu Kamal and Mara, the statement said. 17 Syrian refugees, including 5 children, drowned today when their boat sank in Turkish waters on its way to Greece. The Dagen news agency reported that the Turkish Coast Guard recovered the bodies from the wooden boat that had set off from the Turkish holiday resort town of Bodrum and the Greek island of Leros. The news agency said that the refugees drowned when they failed to get out of the boat's cabin. It added another 20 migrants who were on the boat survived and swam back to the Turkish coast. Eid al-Adha celebrations varied around the governorates of the Sultanate to express joy and happiness in this blessed occasion. Rejoicing the occasion, a youth festival for children was held in the Wilaya of Mudaybi, the governorate of North Sharqiya. The evening witnessed a wide attendance of the Wilaya's children as well as the parents. The children expressed that such festivals make them happy and give them opportunity to participate in some activities and competitions. The village of Haffa in the Wilaya of Dabba in the governorate of Musandam is a mountainous area surrounded by natural beauty and old houses. The area is considered one of the beautiful natural touristic sites in the governorate that attracts tourists from inside and outside the Wilaya. It is located along the coast of the Sea of Oman, and it is distinguished by moderate climate during summer season. The Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Celebrations continue in the Wilaya of Sahar, rejoicing the royal presence of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. Along with the rest of the world countries, the Sultanate marks the World Tourism Day. And Arab-led coalition forces pound an airbase in the Yemeni capital. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studio and the newsroom, it's good night.